Today's message is going to be closer to the getyourselftodothings.com category of topics that I've been discussing and just kicked off recently. By the way, for those of you who've already joined that mailing list at getyourselftodothings.com, awesome, thank you. Look forward to sharing with you what I'm working on, making some great progress. And today's topic is kind of along these lines. Now, today's message has to do with growing beyond your current potential. Now, this is something that is part of why we want to learn how to get ourselves to do things, is because that's how we can start to dig our way out of situations that aren't the way we feel like they ought to be. Now, today's story's got a bit of a prop to it. This is a three-way modern LED light. I don't have any affiliate links for you because that's not the business that I'm in. But this is a simple LED lamp and has a bit of a story to it. So when I was starting my second business, lived in my previous apartment before I had a whole room that I used to record and decent lighting to record in, I was at Target. And like I say, early in my business, right? So I only had maybe a few clients yet. I did not yet have my video courses out. Heck, my textbook might have actually been in like the very, very, very early edition, which for those who don't know what it was not the same title, different programming language, much rougher shape. Whole game I had to remove from it because it's just not that good. There I was, wanting to find something better to use as a light source for when I'm on video calls professionally or recording material. And I picked this up at Target looking at it, and I knew it would be a decent fit for my situation. Not a great fit. It's still a compromise. It still isn't. This is obviously not professional film lighting. But, you know, it's got a row of lights, which I liked would be a little more evenly diffused than a single point light like most bulbs. I like that it's variable brightness, so it allowed me to figure out how it does or doesn't overpower other light sources I'm using. I like that at the maximum brightness, it's strong enough to point at a wall to get decent soft lighting off of it. And so I thought it'd be a good fit for my situation, but the problem was it was $40. And there were lamps right next to it that weren't quite as interesting to me in terms of how well I thought they'd fit my situation, that were only maybe 15 or 20. And I remember really kind of sinking in with me there that if my business is at a point where I am struggling to decide between a $40 lamp and a $15 or a $20 lamp, then I'm not doing that good yet. That I got to figure out, I'm not reaching enough people. I'm not serving enough clients. I haven't found a way to package or distribute or sell or market or whatever it is I got to do. I got to expand what I'm doing because this should not be the level of stress, the level of decision I have to stress over. I should have no difficulty saying this $40 lamp is what I need and it's what I'm going to get. Right, and again, obviously been able to move on to better lighting setup and so on since. But there was this opportunity there to decide. I could have backed off. I could have said, you know what? I'm okay on the level of income at which I can basically barely exist and buy a $15, $20 lamp. And those decisions are all over the place, not just on lamps. They're around the things we eat for lunch, right? They're around just very, very basic things in our lives. How often we feel like we can get out on a date with our significant other. And what this is about today is about growing beyond our current situation to realizing, okay, well, if it's not the way it ought to be, how do I get that to change? Right? How do I improve that situation? For game developers, quite often, it's the case, and just, tight, even if you're not a game developer, it's the kind of thing where somebody will see someone at a whole next level. Usually they've been doing it longer. Right? Usually they've made some projects already that are in their past they've learned from. But they're seeing someone else is doing it at a higher level, and their thinking is, well, I'm not like that. I can't do like that. I'm not them. And there's two ways forward from there. One is to say, accepting that you're not like them, and then you stay not like them. The other is to say, okay, well then, if what I've been doing isn't getting me there, how do I get there? How do I become the person I want to be? And once we have this destination in mind, then it becomes useful to be able to get ourselves to take the steps we see between here and there. Right? This is how growth happens. This is part of what the getyourselftodothings.com thing I'm working on is all about. It's about, okay, when we see where we're trying to get, if we can equip ourselves with the skills that we trust ourselves to follow the steps we put in front of ourselves, that we can get where we're trying to be. Now, this sort of rolls right off that in terms of there's a scale thing going on here where, notice, this is like I said, $40 lamp. This isn't one of those things where like self-help gurus will try to tell you to spend money on something you can't afford, go into credit card debt or whatever, and then try to find some way to bail yourself back out. It's not that at all. This is pretty modest and directly a applicable business investment. It's a lamp, not a Tesla Roadster. But there's still a matter of scale between, you know what, to afford this lamp, I really could pick up one more training client, right? And again, this lamp is almost a symbol for how I make those decisions across the board. It's not really about a single expense of $20. But when we make goals for ourselves, there's goals that we can achieve if we just do what we've been doing a little bit more. You know, so if you're a salesperson, selling a few more units. If you're working an hourly paid job, fitting in a few hours overtime, right? Fitting in a few extra hours. If you pick a part-time job, picking up another shift. It's saying you just keep doing what you've been doing, but do it a little bit harder, or, you know, just hang on, stay the course, you'll get there. The other kind of goal stretches us further out of our comfort zone because it makes us kind of stand back and have to kind of come to terms with what I'm doing right now is not going to get me there. I can't just sell a few more units. I can't just pick up another client or two. At the rate at which I can get promotions in the job that I'm in, and the rate at which I'm currently making income from the current line of work that I'm in, it will never get me there. But just like with the lamp, we have a decision to make. The decision between I accept that that's the case, and I choose to stay in the situation that I'm in. I choose to accept it. The other choice is to say, how do I grow to that point? What do I have to change? What can I do in my life that's within my control, my realm of things I can do anything about, the limited amount of time I have, whatever money I have to work with, whatever my situations or contacts I don't have yet, how can I use those to move myself that direction? Because it might mean changing career paths. It might mean educating myself in a new skill. It might mean going out of my way to meet people I would not have met otherwise. But again, it begins from this realization that what I've been doing is not going to get me there. I can't just keep doing what I've been doing and stay the course, being comfortable. It's not how we improve our situations. So anyway, again, these are the kind of things that I'm kind of grappling with in the getyourselftodothings.com realm that I've been opening up recently. If you've not signed up for that yet, check out the URL. It's also in the description if you just want to click it and almost type in a URL like it's the 90s. But, you know, go there, sign up for the mailing list. By the way, when you do, there's a field. It's a required field, as necessary as your email, for one thing you intend to do but haven't yet been doing. It's a required field. Now, you could put gibberish in it. I'm not going to, like, remove you from my list. But two things about that field. One, it's important for me. It helps give me a sense for who is actually looking for this kind of help and making sure that I am specifically addressing your situation as I'm developing this material. But secondarily, it's important from your side to have made a decision about what you actually want out of things. What it is, what's the thing you're actually trying to do, or a thing, a main thing, a first thing you're actually trying to get yourself to do. Because if you don't have that, then it's going to go right in one ear and out the other, right? It's like the student sitting in the back of the math class who's not paying attention and can't get themselves to care because they don't see a connection to, when am I going to use this? Now, obviously, they haven't tried game programming, or they'd know exactly when, why, and how they're going to use that to do a cooler feature. But I realize not everyone's thing is game programming. But again, if you have a situation you actually have in mind for what to do with it, then it's going to be a lot more useful. It's going to stick. It's going to actually maybe make a difference in your life. Versus if you just want to kind of browse stuff, that's not what this is for. It's not what this is about. That doesn't help me help you. In this situation of getyourselftodothings.com, I am just a navigator. I'm in the passenger seat helping you get where you want to get. You are in the driver's seat, and it's still up to you to figure out where you want to get so I can help you get there. That's what that second question is about. It's an important part of that. And yeah, you can find that at getyourselftodothings.com. You know, I'll have another video for you tomorrow. As always, Thanksgiving is coming up. I'm going to be away for a few days with minimal internet connection. I record some videos in advance, or I'll work out something. I've been liking keeping up these daily videos. I think it's part of the fun. So thanks always for tuning in. Having a video tomorrow. Bye for now. Go to getyourselftodothings.com.